As I stood in front of my mirror, I heard voices. "You are not enough," she whispered. Something shifted in me. I took a deep breath. "You are enough." At this point, I could see the kindness in my eyes, the strength in my shoulders, and I stood up straight. I now realize that I was enough just as I am. Therefore, in today's video, we will be talking about a very special topic, which is learning to love yourself. I know that as mothers, our inner dialogue sometimes is very critical. We speak harsh things to ourselves, and as a result of that, we feel like we are not worthy or we are not good enough. Today, I will share with you some wonderful tips that you can use to train yourself to love you at the end of the day. Stick around as I share with you these tips. Now let's delve into my first tip, which is recognizing self-criticism. What are you saying to yourself? Be mindful of your inner dialogue. Most times, your inner dialogue is saying, "You're not good enough. You're not worthy. I cannot do that task. I am not sexy enough. I am not bold enough. I am not beautiful." These are some inner dialogue that we constantly have with ourselves. Do we know that we are robbing ourselves of being happy? Yes, we do have faults and we have flaws. We need to recognize that we have limitations. We have strengths, we have weaknesses. And it is okay for us to embrace our uniqueness. As of this day, learn to recognize how you are talking to yourself. Reflect. Stop your own self in the midst and say, "No, I am good enough." Take the opportunity to rephrase the statements that you're saying in your head and change the way how you view yourself. Tip number 2, practicing self-compassion. Have some compassion on yourself. Speak kind words over your life. Therefore, you can use affirmation. "I am strong. I am beautiful. I am lovely. I am wonderfully made in God's likeness." These are some affirmations that you can use. Using affirmation, most times, you may feel as if the affirmations are not working. But if you change your mindsets and see that you are enough as how you are and embrace whatever flaws you have, then you can continue to put your affirmations in place and repeat your affirmations until it becomes part of you. Now let's look at number 2 tip, which is embracing your strength and your weaknesses. We are all different. We have our unique talents, abilities, gifts. We are not the same. Let us not compare ourselves with others. Our journey is different. Recognize that we have strengths that we can work on and we continue to build on it and leave that legacy behind for our children and for other mothers to also emulate. We have weaknesses, and it is okay as human beings to have weaknesses. We do have our limitations, and once we have our limitations, recognize what our limitations are and learn to deal with them. It is okay. Instead of saying that you are not good enough or "I am stupid," rephrase those statements, those inner dialogues that we have with ourselves on a day-to-day basis, and make sure that we are using the positive affirmation so that we can build on our legacy. We can have an heritage for the next generation, for our family, and for others to see what we have left behind. Embracing our strengths and our weaknesses is very crucial to our personal and professional development as mothers. Number 4 tip: self-care and self-love. Recognize what is self-care versus what is self-love. Self-care is you taking those actions to take care of yourself. Have a bath, read a book, exercise, having healthy meals. This is part of self-care. Self-love is you cultivating that abiding love within yourself, where you recognize that you are good enough just as how you are. You don't need to add anything for you to feel special. You are special just the way you are, by you embracing the strengths that you have and the weaknesses. That is part of self-love. Now, I know most times as mothers, we do struggle with self-care and self-love. But today I am saying to you that your perspective can change and you can accept yourself. Train you to love you. Take care of who you are, this being that you have. Invest into yourself. That is also self-care, self-love. Develop and grow into that human being God has created you to be. I want all my moms to remember this journey is not a 1-2. It will not happen overnight either. It is a continuous practice every single day. You have to be intentional about self-care, self-love. It is not a destination. It is a journey. And a journey that you have to go on every single day. Self-care and self-love, it is not a luxury. It is a necessity. I have just shared with you, moms, some tips that you can use to change the trajectory of your life. Moms, make a promise to yourself today that you are going to put even one of these tips into practice that you can help you. Moms, there you go. I have just shared with you 4 tips that you can use to change the trajectory of your life. Learn to train yourself to love you by recognizing how you speak to yourself, by also having compassion on the things that you have done wrong. Be kind to who you are. Know how to love you and know how to take care of you. It is easy when you start to put these things into practice. Make a conscious effort to start taking care of you for the rest of 2025. Thank you for watching and see you in my next